from Upper Michigan's news source. This is your TV6 Late News.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Greg Trey.
And I'm Sophie Erber. Election night 2016 is winding down, and many places across the country saw record voter turnout.
And most polls across the country are now closed, and several states have already been called. But the presidential race continues to be too close to declare a winner. Michigan is considered to be one of those key battleground states. The race has been extremely narrow all evening. Donald Trump has been declared the winner in Ohio, making Michigan all the more crucial to both candidates. As soon as Michigan has been declared, we'll let you know, and we'll let you know if the presidential race has been declared. These are the U.S. totals so far. This is what we have for the popular vote. It's Donald Trump with 49% of the vote over Hillary Clinton at 46.5%. Very close to call again. If we get any breaking news, we will let you know how that presidential race is coming along. Now, another race we have been watching closely all night is the first congressional race between Democrat Lon Johnson and Republican Jack Bergman.
So let's take a look at the latest results for that race. The winner tonight will take Congressman Dan Benešak's seat. It looks like at this time, Republican candidate Jack Bergman has the lead with 55.8% of the vote. Democrat Lon Johnson has about 39.2% of the vote. And of course, when a winner is declared definitively with that, only 61% of precincts are reporting at this hour. We will, of course, keep you updated. Let's move on now to the state House races tonight.
We begin with the 108th district race between Republican candidate Beau Lefebvre and Democratic candidate Scott Ciello. And this is just with 46% of the precincts reporting. Right now, Beau Lefebvre has the lead, 52% to Scott Ciello with nearly 48%. Moving on to the 109th district. Looks like Democratic candidate John Keevala has the lead in this race, 58.7% with 68% of the precincts reporting. Kevin Pfister has 38% of the vote at this time. Wade Roberts, 3.3%. And in the 110th district, it's Scott Dianda with a comfortable lead over Gregory Markkinen. This is with 87% of the precincts reporting. Scott Dianda with nearly 63% of the vote to Greg Markkinen at 37%. And as results continue to come in on the state and national level, our election coverage continues in Marquette. TV6's Rachel Droz joins us now live from the Marquette County Republican headquarters, where they gathered tonight to watch the results. Rachel, what's the latest?
Hi, Greg and Sophie. As you just said, I'm here at the Marquette County Republican headquarters. I have Doreen Takala from Scandia here with me right now. She drove down to Donald Trump's rally last night in Grand Rapids. Doreen, tell us how that rally was. What was the feeling in there?
It was so exciting to see the people just packing the place. The DeVos Center there was wonderful. And they had Ted Nugent there playing his guitar and singing. And then Governor Mike Pence came out and the crowd just went crazy. And then he spoke for quite a while. There were a lot of local dignitaries that spoke. And then Donald Trump came on stage and the whole place just erupted. It was just crazy.
And was it worth the drive, do you say?
Oh, it's the best. I just love these kind of events, and I just couldn't resist. I got up yesterday morning and said, hey, we're going. We just packed in a half hour and away we went.
All right, what a great story. All right, Doreen, thank you so much for your time and sharing your story. I'm Rachel Droz reporting at the Marquette County Republican headquarters for now and for the night, I guess. I'm going to send it back to you guys at the station. Greg and Sophie?
All right, thanks, Rachel.
And we now turn our attention to downtown Marquette, where the county's Democratic Party has gathered to watch the election results.
That's right. TV6's Harry Lee joins us now live from the Landmark Inn with the latest. Harry?
Hi, Greg and Sophie. I'm here at the Landmark Inn, where the Marquette County Democratic Victory Party is happening for the victories that the Democrats do have tonight. And as you mentioned, Scott Dianda and John Keevala both won their re-election, and they actually called in here by phone to tell us that, even though they are in Lansing. And while they're watching the national election, they are also watching the local elections, including the election for Marquette County Sheriff. And joining me right now is Greg Zivert. He is the Democratic candidate for sheriff. So can you tell us, if you win, who you would choose as your undersheriff?
Well, I've been in discussions, and he has accepted the chief of Ishpeming City, Dan Willey, will be my undersheriff if everything goes right. The numbers are looking great. I'm really excited. And Dan, you know, he's I've known him for a long time. He's a great cop. He's one of the best detectives in Marquette County, and I think the two of us, we have very similar administrative styles, and it would be a good pair.
And what issues would you focus on?
Well, the sheriff's main job is the jail, and of course we're looking, for programs inside the jail, and once people get out of jail, to help them, to get the mentally ill, the drug addicts, get programs to help them, and once they get out, once they've hit rock bottom, they want help, and look for programs that would help them so they don't go back into the same lifestyle.
Okay, well, thank you for speaking with us tonight.
Thank you.
And we're going to have continuing coverage through the night. You can go to our website at uppermichigansource.com for more information. Live in Marquette, I'm Harry Lee. Back to you, Greg and Sophie.
All right, thanks, Harry.
And we are keeping our eye on a number of other local races this evening.
That's right. Let's get right to the results tonight. Starting off in Marquette County, we're looking at the race for 96th District Judge. We have leading the race at this time. This is only 24 out of 36 precincts reporting. Incumbent Carl Weber is leading right now.
We now head to TV6's Iron Mountain Kingsford Bureau reporter Monique Lopez. She's live from Dickinson County with the latest on what's going there. Monique?
Hey, Greg and Sophie. I just got an update from clerk employees a few minutes ago here, and as of right now, 13 out of 17 precincts are reporting. And in the 108th district race between Democrat Scott Solalo and Republican Beau Lefebvre, it really appears, guys, like the candidates are neck and neck at this point, and it's really anybody's race. As of right now, and again, this is 13 out of 17 precincts reporting. Lefebvre has 3,857 votes and Solalo 3,697. Within the sheriff's race between Mulca and Rudder, it's not as close. Mulca has 3,012 and Rudder 4,419 with 16 write-ins. As far as the veterans millage, it appears this one is going to pass, guys. It's 4,076 yes and 2,835 no. Again, I'll continue keeping you updated with the most recent results. In Iron Mountain, Monique Lopez, TV6 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Monique. And for the latest on the races in Delta County, TV6's Mark Kalman joins us live from our Escanaba Bureau. Mark?
Well, there have been a couple of tight races here tonight in Delta County, but probably the most watched race of all was the millage proposal for the new Delta County jail. And while there's one precinct yet to report, there's not enough votes in that precinct to make a difference. Delta County will be getting a new jail as of the millage tonight with a lead of over 800 votes as of the last count. That being said, the rest of the national votes landslide for the Republicans here in Delta County. Back to you guys.
Great. Thanks a lot, Mark.
And now TV6's Aaliyah Hodges joins us live from our Houghton Hancock Bureau with the latest there. Aaliyah?
Greg and Sophie, the results are in. All 30 precincts in Houghton County have revealed their results. And with the prosecuting attorney, we have 53% of votes for Democratic Michael McKinnon and 46% for independent Douglas Edwards. That's for prosecuting attorney. And for the Houghton County Sheriff, we have 68% votes for Republican Brian McLean, and we have 31% for Democratic Derek Poyanen. Again, those are for all 30 precincts, so that is the entire Houghton County have made their votes tonight. For more coverage on the elections and more details, visit us at uppermichigansource.com. I'm Aaliyah Hodges reporting live in the Houghton and Hancock Bureau for TV6 News. Greg, Sophie, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Aaliyah. And of course, if we have any breaking news on the presidential election tonight, we will be sure to let you know.
Absolutely, we'll break in for coverage on that. Carl, it's been a windy election day and a little bit chilly compared to what we've had recently.
Right, the wind was blowing during the day, but it's dying down tonight. You can see on the west end in particular, no wind at all. Iron River and at Ironwood, all other wind except the Houghton County Airport under 10 miles per hour. And that's reflected in the temperatures with clear skies. It's down to 30 at Ironwood, 31 at Iron River. Our weather watcher at PV Falls reports 29 degrees, but with the wind where it's still blowing and some clouds, it's 48 degrees at Munising, 48 at Copper Harbor. We'll talk about what to expect as far as temperatures going forward through the rest of the week coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Carl. When we come back tonight, residential customers are not the only ones who saw a 30% rate hike from the Marquette Board of Light and Power. You'll hear how the increase is affecting NMU right after the break.
Also tonight, high school regional volleyball action. Mike Ludlam has the highlights later in sports, so stay with us. In non-election news tonight, John Sadio pled no contest to his Santa Rosa County, Florida charges and was sentenced.
The 34-year-old will spend 15 years in prison. He is credited with 4 months, 10 days already served on charges of escape. Sadio escaped police custody in Houghton in June of 2015. He then fled to Costa Rica, where authorities captured him a year later. He fled Costa Rican police again, but was found 48 hours later while being held in an immigration detention center. He was being extradited to the U.S. in June of 2016, and Sadio was brought to the Harris County Jail in Texas. He escaped yet again in transit in Northwest Florida. He must serve his full time in Florida before he can be extradited to Michigan. That, according to the Houghton County Sheriff's Department.
Marquette residents saw a 30% increase on their electric bills in October, and so has Northern Michigan University.
That's right. NMU paid more than $330,000 for their October electric bill. That's roughly $84,000 more than they paid last October. They estimate paying a $500,000 increase this year because of that rate hike.
We have a big campus, and we use a lot of power. We're one of their top customers. And so for this year, and it's really 9 months of the year, is going to, we estimated for 9 months of the year, it's going to cost us about $540,000 extra dollars to pay our electric bill.
Hall says that although the university has budgeted for the increase, it is negatively affecting their bottom line. Well, we saw cooler closer to average temperatures across the UP.
But is another warm-up on the way? Carl has your forecast next. Carl, it was a cold, windy, and rainy day for people heading to the polls.
Yes, it was, but take a look at this. We still had a much above average day with a high of 54. That was at midnight. The low, the current reading 37, but you put it all together, that's still 12 degrees above average for November the 8th. And you can see the cold still confined up to the north. We've got a bubble of warm air over western Canada. That's because of a big upper level ridge. So this little cool blast we have with this trough is only temporary. It looks like warmer air will be heading toward us.
Results still coming in tonight. Let's take a quick look at the 1st Congressional District race. Jack Bergman with the lead over Lon Johnson, 55% to 39%, or nearly 40%. That's only with 70% of the precincts reporting.
And for the latest on the presidential race, be sure to stay with NBC. We now return to continuing coverage. Have a great night, everyone.